All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and you are joining me live, if you are live, here at the pickup line at my kid's school. I wasn't going to have time to do a proper video for my reaction thoughts to the reveal of the re-reveal, the update of the HasLab Proton Pack, but I did want to talk about it. I'm going to be busy the rest of the weekend and didn't have time to do an actual sit-down edited video, but I did want to share my thoughts, so I'll put this up as an archived video later so you guys can go back and watch it. Overall, I'm very excited about what they had to show off. The product that they had on hand there on the stream was very much like what we saw in the original video where we got to purchase it in the first place. So for this to be pretty much what we saw, I can't think of the word. I'm getting lost for words here. This is why I edit my videos, is because I run into problems with my brain working. But the prototype, there's the word. So the prototype that we saw last year when we all decided to purchase it or not, what we saw yesterday seemed to be pretty much in line with it. And I'm very excited that they were able to figure out a way for the wand to have not only compatibility but functionality with the pack itself, and to be able to turn it on and off. Very impressed with that. That is, for the price that we're paying to get this, is exceptional. So now the video was pretty dark, the background and everything, so there wasn't a whole lot of light shown on the pack or any close-ups or anything beyond what we got to see in the cyclotron. So I'm not sure how much of the pack, when you look at it close up, is going to look plasticky, and how the weathering is going to look on each individual pack. Since they sold so many of them, it might be kind of hit or miss on that. But as far as what we saw on the stream, I was happy with the way that the weathering looked, and really cool. I mean, I made the jokes on Instagram and Twitter about the mooing sound with the vibration motors turned on. Obviously that was from the way they had it set on the table on the stand with the microphones hooked up. It just sounded like a phone on vibrate when you sit it on a nightstand or a desk or something, when it kind of makes that vibration sound where it can kind of sound like a moo. And that was just in fun. That was just joking. That wasn't me criticizing the pack at all. And I'm still, like I said, very excited about what we're going to get, hopefully in about 6 months. Fingers crossed that, like every other Ghostbusters thing, it doesn't experience any kind of a delay. But if it remains on track, then here in about 6 months, we should see these starting to ship out. And you know that as soon as I get mine in hand, I'll be doing a unboxing video, and right after that, I'll probably have the video where I update it and put a real Alice frame on it. Sorry if my hand's a little shaky here, but let's see if that's a little bit better. So again, if you're just starting off watching with me, I'm in the pickup line at my kid's school, and didn't really have a chance to sit down and record a video at home talking about the HasLab pack, but I did want to talk about it with you guys and give my 2 cents on it. As far as the packaging goes, it's cool that it is a match with what we got from the Neutrona wand. And sorry, I got a text message. And that's cool. The packaging thing is going to be cool just for the first time you get it, for when you open it. And then if you're like me, you're not ever going to really think about it again unless you put it away and take it back out. But it's going to be kind of that one-time experience of opening it all up. And I know for myself, I'm going to be putting the Spengler's notebook aside all the extra stickers and the mini puffs, all of that kind of stuff aside, I'm going to be digging the pack out. I'll get the instruction sheet to make sure I'm not putting it together wrong, and putting on things like the it looked like the ion arm end cap wasn't connected when they took it out of the box, and then obviously the hose and connecting it to the neutrino wand. I'm a little concerned on how the V-hook is going to connect. The one that's on the end of the Spengler wand isn't super robust, and so it might be one of those things that we all decide we might want to beef up a little bit, but they didn't really show off real well from the angle they had it sitting on the table, what the pack side of the V-hook looked like. But he did connect it right there at the very end of the video and slid it in. So evidently it does work to that extent, but as far as having this like as a cosplay item where you're walking around a con with it, how stable is it going to be to stay on that and not be like the spirit packs where they just pop right off, and you don't want to damage your $150 neutrino wand by hitting the floor. So that'll be something that'll be worth reviewing when we do get them in hand, or if we get any more updates between now and when they do ship. I do like the functionality with having the option if you want to have the rumble motor on or off. That is cool. So if you are one of those people that wasn't real thrilled with the mooing sound, then that's something you can just turn off and it's fine. And having the ability to flip a switch and change the cyclotron lights is a cool deal too, to make it go between the 84, 89 version over to the Afterlife 2021 version. One complaint that I did see somebody saying was when it is in the 84 version, when it does cycle around to each of the holes, it's not just one light showing up, it's 3 that all light up at the same time. And so that does look a little different than what we're used to. But it's like that so that when you do switch it over to the Afterlife mode, then it does have that chasing effect. So that's why they have 3 in each of the holes. Maybe more than 3, but 3 is what I noticed when I went back and rewatched it. Other things, I'm not thrilled with the way that the power cell light looks. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, but it looks a little bit too diffused and foggy. I like to kind of have it clear where you can see pretty much each of the LEDs moving up and down. And again, that might have been part of the way they had it angled for the shoot there for the stream. But as far as I could tell, that left a little bit lacking in my opinion. And it makes me curious on how much people are going to go and mod these things. I'm sure the 3D printers in the world out there will find ways to come up with better options for some of the things that aren't on the top of our list for the things we're happiest about it. But you know, we're still 6+ months away from that being the case. Going back and talking about like the spirit packs, there's been so much updates that people can do thanks to 3D printing, and I expect that there will be a few things that people want to have look a little bit better and more accurate. So, and I don't know if people will like hack off the clippered valves and put real ones on there. As far as what I'm going to do, I've said this in my videos before, but it's been a while. It's been probably a year since I backed to this thing that I've really talked about it much. This is going to be my Afterlife pack. I do not plan to do much, if any, modification to the pack besides putting the Alice frame on it and just letting it be my Afterlife pack. And that way I don't have to build one from scratch. I don't have to do all the research on all the bits and bobs that are new to this pack that weren't on the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 packs. And for what it's worth, I mean, I really liked the way that it looked. I mean, the cyclotron, the way that the bumper fit with the shock mount there with the ion knob, whatever you call it, that just fit all together and looked really good. But it'll be one of those things once you get it in hand and have a chance to look at your personal pack, to see what you like and what you don't like. So I am excited about that opportunity to get my own. So glad I backed this thing. It's cool now to look at it and see the updates, because you realize, hey, I've already paid for this. This is not something that's coming down the line I'm excited about, that I want to buy. I've already bought it, and so it's coming, and I don't have to pay for it again. So that realization came to me yesterday, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool. It's not something down the line that I have to find a way to afford. I already dumped the money into it. So I have seen a lot of comments where people are saying, where can I get one of these? And so I feel sorry for the people that somehow missed out on the crowdfunding last year when they first did this. I think they sold over 20,000 of them, and so it's hard to believe that there's still a lot of people that are interested in getting one. But I believe that a lot of the people that bought them will decide to flip them if there is a secondary market for these to be marked up quite a bit. And I do believe that we will see some online retailers that did purchase these make them available for a markup. So there will be an opportunity for people that did not pre-order these to get one, but the best and cheapest way to get it was to back it in the first place. And so I'm glad I took the plunge, put the money in it, and I'm excited to again see what shows up. I mean, I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm home on the day that this thing shows up on my porch, because I don't want this sitting in front of my house waiting for me to get home, because that's a big box. And again, talking about the packaging, it is kind of cool that they put the floorboards on the top as something that can kind of open up and have stuff in it. But that's going to be secondary for me. Like I said, I'm going to be moving all that out of the way, getting the pack and the proper parts out, and just putting it all together before I really even consider all the things like the mini puffs and the little notebook. I do like that those are included and part of the back end. That'll be good material, especially the mini puffs. I do like those. That I do wish that I don't know. I'm glad that they come with the interchangeable heads, but I don't know. It almost feels like it would have been cool to get some that weren't burnt. That way, with maybe different heads, that would, for those of us who have the other mini puffs, so we would have more options on different poses or facial expressions to put on those. But that's the least of my worries on this thing. So I'm happy that they're packed in there. But what are your thoughts? Are you guys excited about what you saw? Was there anything that you noticed that was a glaring issue that you were worried about after seeing it in person? Are you planning on changing to a Alice frame, or do you plan to just have the straps as is? Is this something that you're going to use out in public and use for Halloween or cosplay? Or is this something that you're going to just take out of the box and mount on the wall in your man cave or toy room or whatever the case may be, and just have it there and then turn the lights on it every now and then? It's just something cool that you will look at. I'm interested to see how many of these we're going to actually see out in the wild. Like if we have, I mean, obviously, like if a McKenna Grace or a Logan Kim shows up at a Comic-Con, how many of these packs are we going to see in the autograph lines at these conventions and things like that? But that's about all I really wanted to talk about. About 15 minutes in, that's pretty good. So if you guys are interested in more live stream things like this, where it's just off the top of my head thoughts, then let me know. Again, I will put this up as an archived video so people can go back and watch it later. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And again, excited about the new HasLab pack. And I know you guys are as well. So here's hoping the next 6 months go by fast, and really looking forward to having one of these in hand and sharing that experience with you guys. So y'all have a great day. I will see you guys before Halloween. Have a good day. Bye.